you never know, and gentlemen. Back with another might turn out a super quick stream. The title of this stream is Development and Some Experimentation. Reason for that is, well, I want to maybe try and develop on some players, so maybe a wee bit of squad rotation, and also giving some interesting conversation relating to the game's mechanics. Maybe going to see if I can have a look over some things, maybe prove some things. I might crash and burn in the process of doing so, but I think I can prove a good few things that have been suggested are not present in the game, and show that in fact they are. Now, it might not happen right now, folks. This might just be a wee quick part one, just to kind of say what the intention is, because it's Champions League night, of course, isn't it? So that's maybe what we will all be kind of gazing our eyes upon in about an hour and 15 minutes. So this might just be a quick 10 minutes or something like that, but I just wanted to maybe just get something up. I've not shared this particular link as yet, because I'll just probably quickly do it and then come off. But then when I come on later on, I'll just stick V2 at the end or something like that, just so you know that that's the longer form stream. So yes, I'm just waiting on my laptop doing its boot up procedure. Then I want to just jump on WMD forums, have a look at some posts. I should quickly say some healthy exchanges today, a wee bit in the way of goading of one another, but I want to make this absolutely clear to Reps and Nick. I think these are sound, guys. I do. Do you know what I mean? We're going to debate, we're going to exchange ideas and thoughts, and likely find ourselves probably going down maybe even the heated form of debate sometimes. So please see if I say things, or if you say things to me. I'm going to try and take what you say to me and as tongue-in-cheek, and I'll use an example here. I've kind of referred to Nick in a response here very recently as Dullard Nick. Now it's tongue-in-cheek, because what I'm saying there is like, I feel personally Nick and Reps are just being a little bit kind of like, right, well, if it's not how it says it, if it's not defined as such, it can't be a thing. The talk was of driven passes in FIFA, and how people were saying they're not in PES. What I would maybe hope to do, if not just now, but certainly later, is prove that that is actually not true. And in fact, driven passes have been in PES for a number of years. What they're called is early crosses. However, what I think users are, a lot of users, certainly those who, you know, maybe go, well, FIFA's got driven passes, PES hasn't. Maybe just look at early cross as the explanation. That's what it's for. However, ever since manual modifier came in, there has been flexibility in how you can use early cross. Early cross has actually got a very bespoke little animation set. You can tell an early cross can have its own distinct animations. Early cross can be used to shoot as well. And that can be used to pass. Now there is a caveat. It's difficult. It's not particularly easy. However, what I would also counter with that is that, see the actual passing game in PES, and this is an observation I made over the last couple of years with FIFA. Default sliders, ground passes, just right on the ground. They don't go anywhere else. They just do not kind of leave the deck. You hit driven passes, you know, you're hitting a hard pass, right? Fine, fair enough. You hit a kind of a driven lofted pass, that kind of mid-height pass in FIFA. It's a button. See in PES, hold down the pass button longer. Now it might not be that kind of, you know, dig into the ball, but you'll see players who maybe have skills like outside curler and the like actually hit those kind of little those passes that will leave the deck. Just kind of start to kind of leave the deck a little bit in slow arc. That to me, certainly when you're looking at an outside curler, that's just a technique and the way the trajectory of the ball, there's still a driven element to that. Now, if people want to get pedantic therefore and say, yeah, but it's got to be a proper dig at the ball and it's got to be moving at certain velocity, I don't know if there is actually a huge gap there between PES and FIFA in that regard. I do think, and I will concede, FIFA does have a mechanic called driven pass. I'm just saying that the same can be said of PES, it's just not called it. So yeah, just quick update. Last night had a little stream. I don't think I posted it on, well I did, I posted it this morning, I beg your pardon. And we won the online daily challenge cup. We had 2 spins. We managed to acquire, where is the dude? Norwich City centre midfielder Vrancic, who, as I said at the time, I'm tempted to hold on to. I'm certainly going to play down his contract. I want to see what he's all about on account of him having that anchorman playing style and being a centre midfielder, and also boasting the old left foot as preferred foot. Also, to round off the stream rather nicely, was a gold ball acquisition in the form of Nzonzi. As you can see, he is a defensive midfielder by nature, but I can stick him in at centre midfielder and we don't get too much of a drop off. Again, you know, I think well, it was last week or so, there was a wee bit of conversation between myself and Miguel, who I want to give a shout out to. I like Miguel's, I like the cut of Miguel's jib. But he was kind of talking about how OVRs are kind of needless and, you know, they don't need to do that. And I sort of agree. So I can only really, when I talk these ways, you know, when I talk black balls, gold balls, silver balls, it's just making reference to what they are, how the game describes them. Okay? I'm just using the terminology. I'm not necessarily saying, you know, it's great that that exists. Same with OVRs. I even mentioned in a previous stream the option to switch off OVR in Master League, just to add that little element of challenge and just require users to go in and, you know, kind of properly have a proper look and dig about the stats and stuff, just to see if that player is who they think it could be. And I'm talking about players who are just not superstars or particularly well known. So yeah, got a wee acquisition there, and just with regards to Nzonzi, he's one of the DMS who I've got, who when I do stick him in centre midfield, he doesn't have that drop to sort of mid to high 70s. It would be interesting to kind of get a handle on what is the logic they drive it. If they say, right, he drops to 80, drops to 80, why? What's getting impacted? Things like that. Maybe there is an explanation, people know about it, and I don't. Whatever, you know what I mean? It's all a learning experience. So, yeah, I think what I'm going to do just now then is, folks, quickly just end this particular broadcast, get it linked up in WNB, because I did want to make it as quick a little sort of statement as possible there. But I do maintain, do you know what I mean? I do, you know, I stick by what I'm saying so much that there will be debate, there will be the odd bit of goading, the odd bit of one, to and fro between particular members. But I do genuinely think who I'm interacting with come with the right place. Same sides of the different sides of the same coin, if you like. And you know, it's just good. I think it's good to have these exchanges of ideas, and in some respects it's good to be corrected. Now, I'm not saying that because I feel dead confident because I'm going to correct everybody here. I think it works both ways. You know, the best way to, you know, enjoy your mistakes, you know, sometimes it's great to be wrong, especially when it's something as trivial as gaming, you know. I've had plenty of that in my life, lifetime of gaming. Very quick example before I do just wrap up here. See FIFA 08, I played the demo, thought it was garbage. I played PES 2008, and it was at a time when I wasn't really using a lot of community sites. It was just like play it and just enjoy it. It was almost that kind of approach of like, I want to play the game and spoiler free. and I persisted with PES 2008 longer than I'd like to admit. But then it got to, I think it was 2 months. I'd done a Master League, ended up getting to the top division, and God, I'm just thinking about that game. Oh. I think the only reason I managed to persist with that game was I'd done the old start with default shiters and just made a couple of wee signings. I remember one of my favourite ones being Diego Buonanotte, who I believe now plays in the Chilean league and is actually in the game still. But I remember, big Samaras as well. Yeah, I just persisted with that game for a couple of seasons, I think, and I just remember just going, this doesn't feel like what my Xbox 360 was bought for. This doesn't feel as good as it's meant to be. It's not what I was expecting. So I believe it was just shortly after Christmas one year, and it was well before FIFA was a game that would hold its price pretty comfortably. I seen FIFA 08 in my local Tesco, brand new, for 12 quid. Bought it, got it home, started playing a career mode, or was it manager, whatever it's called, manager mode might have been back then, with Nice. Reason for that was I just came back from Nice, loved the city, thought, do you know what, I'm going to go Nice, go do a wee career manager mode on FIFA 08, and I loved it. My eyes were opened by it. I actually found myself corrected on so much about that game, and it was great, because then it was just like, wow, you know what I mean, I've actually, those other people were right, this is actually a cracking game. It had its issues, but it was just like, do you know what this is streets ahead of what Konami have produced with PES 2008. And it wasn't a case of, well, that's it, I'm a FIFA player now, because if that was the case, I wouldn't be doing this today, would I? But I did mention in a response to Nick that he asked me, what is it you like about FIFA? Because I think he likes to, maybe he thinks that I just pure hate FIFA. I don't. With regards to the franchise in general, I did answer those questions on boards, but just to reiterate, FIFA 09, UEFA Euro 2008 and FIFA 09 are two of the best football games that they would feature in the top 10 best football games for me personally. Impossible for me to suggest otherwise, given the amount of hours I put into both of those titles. I did mention FIFA 8 earlier. I just maybe wouldn't make a top 10 just on account of how much of an advancement the Euro game felt, and then obviously FIFA 09 on top of that, where I really think at the time, so far as animation and that goes, it was just on a different planet, eye-opener. While FIFA 08 had innovative ideas, probably the execution wasn't completely there. FIFA 09 felt like it was just like, this is, this feels pretty damn complete to me. I think there was actually a wee bit of issues with some finesse shooting in that game. It was a wee bit piss easy, but it was just a hugely satisfying football game. Elsewhere with regards to the FIFA series, as much as I and I do use the term, and I think people take it the wrong way, I do think EA, year in, year out, produce one of the best broadcast simulators on the market. I do have my issues with some things. I actually think the commentary's pretty, as much as there's a variety there is disconnect sometimes. There's something I would know all about, rambling. But so far as like, here is a football video game. It looks just like telly. That's an asset. That's an eye catcher. But just what I would say with regards to what happens thereafter, mechanically, I do have my issues, and I'll probably come back to some of those issues with regards to the FIFA thing. And it's more of a theory with regards to how I'd like to see football games be made. How controls should be, and I like. So I did want to just kind of quickly answer Nick's question, which I think was a serious question. His next one was a bit nonsensical, in my opinion. Cheeky, but I gave him a very cheeky answer back. Fair play, though, eh? It's just the way it is sometimes. So yes, let's just quickly wrap this up, and it may well be a case that I jump on in 15 minutes, or it may well be a case that I jump on again later. But The intention is maybe look to explore some of those points that had been raised with regards to mechanics and control in the game. If not this evening, if I do find myself coming off the back of watching some Champions League football and just want some, just to kind of extend the evening's football for myself, I'll do so. However, what I'd like to maybe hopefully do is to just kind of start to look at these mechanics in which people are doubting exist and try to show that maybe isn't the case. I did say, I think in response to Tosser post, that all of everything that he said wasn't in this game is in the game. All of it, I think I said. That might not prove strictly correct with regards to one thing that I'm kind of wondering about, and that's the free kicks that he was talking about. I do want to state that right now. I'm not 100% sure of that. But we're going to maybe hopefully find out. What I will say, he said something about low shots. Use advanced shooting, mate. All the low shots in the world. It's the one thing I do. If anyone's been watching my other streams over the last few days now, they will see that I've actually got an issue with doing nothing but shooting too low. And that's not the game, messing up. It's not a game issue, it's me. It's a placement issue. It's me being safety first, keep it low. You could say therefore, all right, but isn't that an issue in so much that if you can keep it low, it's too easy? It's not really, because you can sacrifice things with keeping it low. You might lose a wee bit of power, actually. Or, I know a low shot, maybe near the keeper in this game, they might save it rather easily. And, or even a combination of hitting it low, like I say, and, just losing that little bit of power can just, you can, as soon as you hit it, sometimes you go, I should have aimed it. I should have aimed for a higher placement shot. I should have maybe finessed it. I should have chipped it. So, oops. So that's just thought I'd come on, try and give a little overview of what I look to do. All right, folks. So we'll wrap up the now. Back later.